Live from Las Vegas, Nevada, the Las Vegas Strip studio, I'm Brad Stein. Welcome to Bettor Center Live. You can watch us on YouTube at Loule Diamond. Also, LouisDiamond.com, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. 5 pro handicappers here to make us money. Today we have a little Major League Baseball, of course, Monday Night Football, and the most interesting play of the day. We never waste time here on Bettor Center Live. We're going to introduce the first 3 resident handicappers to the show: Loule Diamond, Tony Gulledge, and Dell Computers. How are you guys?
Hey, good morning, Brad.
Oh, I like it. You trimmed the beard there, Louie. You look good.
Yeah, just trying to stay interesting, my friend.
You're always interesting. That's why we do the most interesting play of the day. Guys, we had a action-packed Sunday, a buzzer beater in the NBA playoffs. We have one team that doesn't know about the onside kick, the rules. Louis D, we're going to start with you. What the hell did you learn from yesterday?
Yeah, definitely learned that team needs to figure out an onside kick. Now, I know Tony's got a little bit of a different take on that, but I don't care. You got to jump on that ball. As simple as that. I learned that. I learned that the Houston Texans suck like we said they were, and they're going to be a great team to fade. Thank goodness that ESPN hasn't caught up to that yet, but ESPN has obviously caught up to the Ben train. So I learned that the Ben train is here way too fast now. Scored a little bit with them, but now it's probably time. You know, they haven't played anybody. They played the Giants. They played Denver. So, and actually they struggled there a little bit with Denver. So not very impressed with that. I learned that my teasers are looking pretty damn good. A lot of guys got a nice teaser going tonight. If you paid attention on Friday and yesterday, I gave you a nice 14 teaser. 3 of them are in the hopper. And Kyler Murray, of course, everybody's on that train now. Gave you that one a little bit earlier. But so learned a lot of things there yesterday, and we're going to learn a lot of things together. So stick around. Back to you, Brad.
Russie W with 5 touchdown passes. That's right, Russie W. I'm allowed to call him that. Not you, Louis D. Joe Burrow's your man. You can have Murray, but Russie W, I've been following him a long time. We're going to move to Tony Gulledge. What did you learn from yesterday? That's my boy.
Wow, crazy day yesterday. Yeah, that onside kick. I'm going to give the guy credit for the perfect execution. He had that ball spinning like a top. I know me personally, I played football. I know you're just being very careful and you're looking down at a ball spinning at 10 revolutions. I actually played some football, man, believe it or not, whoever doubts that. Not high school level, but that's playing. But I could see how they would be a bit confused and not want to jump. You know, what's the chances that ball's not going to squirt out from under you the way it's spinning if you just plop down on top of it? I just thought the execution of it, I've never seen that before. So I'm sure it's something they've been practicing. Since they reinstituted these rules where you can't get a running start on the onside kick, it almost eliminated the success of those. I mean, it literally down to no one could get a successful onside kick anymore. Learned that. Who else? Pittsburgh doesn't cover as a favorite. You know, they got back to normal form yesterday. Buffalo, after looking good, you know, the public money was wrong there, although these are backdoor covers, but that's what a lot of these NFL games come down to. The very last possession, will the team score or not? That determines who wins and loses. You know, half the games seem to come down to that. Cam Newton seemed like a pretty good pickup for New England, even though he got stuffed at the goal line last night for damn near the league minimum on an incentive-laden contract. I think they're going to get their money's worth from Cam Newton this year. Other than that, Denver Nuggets, they covered the spread for us. I think most interesting play. I did give out a 3-team parlay that cashed. Dallas money line was on it. So Dallas, Kansas City, and the Colts. I think it paid about plus 200. So got that and also hit the Nuggets. Looking forward to a big week of action, guys. Let's cash some tickets.
Del, what did you learn beside the Jets are not going to the Super Bowl this year?
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Jets are definitely not going. But yeah, just as these guys talked about the Falcons, I mean, I know it's 2020. Things are really, strange and things are really, inconsistent. But you can definitely count on the Falcons blowing 20-plus point leads any time of the day, any year. So that's pretty normal. Falcons giving up that, huge lead that they had. I know you're a huge Burrow fan, but did you guys see Herbert yesterday? I mean, Herbert looked really amazing in his first start.
Oh yeah.
I'm really
I
excited to
forgot to
see him
mention
start.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looked really good in that Chargers game. So I'm excited to kind of see him. Probably some good value coming in. I'm sure they're going to be dogs coming up too. So really excited to kind of see Herbert play a little bit. I had the Nuggets yesterday getting hit by that buzzer beater. Mason Plumlee should have played a little bit of defense. Maybe he just let Anthony Davis go. But yeah, yesterday was a really exciting day. Hopefully today we got some more exciting winners for you.
I hope so. Let's start with Monday Night Football. Game number 1, we're going to stay with you, Dell. We have the Saints. They opened up -4 over the Raiders, currently -5.5 with an over-under that opened at 50.5 and now currently is at 48.5.
Yeah, for this game, I actually like the total here. I like the total going under. So it opened up at 50.5 down to 48.5. Action's actually coming on that over as well. So we are behind the 8 ball again, but I'm still confident on this game still going under. If you were here earlier in the week, we were probably able to get that number at a better number, which would have been much better. But I definitely like this game still going under between the Saints and the Raiders. 60% of the bets are still coming on the over, yet that line is still dropping. Drew Brees loses his probably most favorite target in Michael Thomas here. Yeah, I love this game going under, guys.
Louis D., what are your thoughts?
Well, obviously, I have the Saints on a teaser here, the last leg of a nice 4-team teaser or 5-team teaser, pending if you are a client or not. But I am going to reserve this game today. I'm going to keep it very close to the vest because this is an executive scenario for me tonight. Both the side and the total is something that I believe that you can take advantage of in many different ways. So I'm going to, for the first time, actually request that if you're really serious tonight and you really like to take advantage of tonight's game, give me a call at the 877-711-WINS or 877-9467. You'll get me direct, so you won't be shocked when I answer the phone, and we'll talk about the game. And if you're serious about going long-term and making some money, I will offer a $99 week of everything I offer so we can get to know each other a little bit. So give me a call, 877-711-WINS, 9467, or you can text free winner to 90210, and I'll get to you as soon as possible. So I'll hit this one tonight, guys. If you're really serious about something serious, this is the play for me. Back to you, Brad.
Tony, you're a serious guy. You're not wearing the shirt and tie like you did last week. You look great, but you still have glasses and a Carolina shirt. What are your thoughts, serious man?
Well, let's put this pretty simply. I'm going to play the Saints tonight. It's the Raiders' defense is basically is what's driving me to make this play. I know Thomas is out. I think that's sequestering this line just a touch. I almost don't even count this as a home game, new stadium. Neither team has played a game on this field, so no one has. So I can't really gauge home field here. So that's going to help give me a little more value on the Saints. I still see the Saints methodically moving the ball, no problem. Carolina did it all day long on this Raiders defense. I'm going to think the Saints defense, especially up front, looks a little better than what Carolina's putting up. That's going to be a sore spot for the Panthers. Kuechly retired, obviously, but still that front is not getting the job done in Carolina. And compare that, the Raiders did it to them. But I don't think they do it to the Saints tonight. I'm looking at a score of about 30-17, however that falls in your total range. But I think you're going to get get about a one full score over the spread, take the Saints tonight. That's my prediction.
It's exciting being here at the Las Vegas Strip studio, knowing that we actually have football just down the road. Football here in Las Vegas. Never thought it would happen, but it's happening. The Raiders opening home game right here in the stadium. All right, we're going to move to Major League Baseball, guys. Game number 2. We have the Chicago White Sox at the Cleveland Indians. Opened up at Cleveland -115. Now it's -111 with an over-under opening at 8.5 and now 8. We'll stay with you, Tony.
Okay, well, this just happens to be my Major League best bet of the day. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to give it out. Clients, hopefully they don't get too upset with me, but I'm going to play the White Sox here as a small underdog. perfect 5-0 in the 5 Dunning starts. He's been pretty consistent, whether it's on the road or away. And also it's a pattern play here. White Sox lost their last game. They've been doing very well, avoiding any kind of losing streak. So you get a pitcher where the team has won every start he's made, and you get that bounce back that's been working with the White Sox coming off losses. Perfect setup, great price, get a little better than even money. Thank you. That's my best bet, Major League Baseball, Chicago White Sox.
Louis, bag of diamonds.
I smell a few diamonds on this play here as well, and not so much on the side because, as you know, I'm more of a totals guy, and as you know, I'm always looking to play Cleveland to an under, and 22, 29, and 2 this year to the under for the White Sox, so they're coming to the table with a little bit of an under record. Indians 18-32 and 3 to the under this year. Could be a little better, could be a little worse, depending how early you got the line, because those pushes. Look at today, 8.5 last night. It's 8. May even drop to 8 under the favorite by game time. May even hit the 7.5. So the under really has to be the play here. 3 out of 4 unders for Saval versus the White Sox. His last 3 have gone under, and 3 out of 5 unders for Dunning. His last 10 starts. Obviously, he's only got 6 starts or 5 starts, 5 wins. So he is pitching well and getting the win. So I got to agree with Tony there. And 7-14 to the under for the Indians at home. So it's under city here today. Cash the ticket. Cleveland under.
Do you agree or disagree, Dell, with what the two boys just said?
Yeah, so I'm going to have to disagree, unfortunately. I'm actually going to be opposite of the White Sox. I'm going to be rolling Indians today. I saw the line open at 108. I got it at 115 right now. I'm not sure what it's currently at. But once again, like 70% of the bets are coming in on the White Sox again, 30% on the Indians. Yet that line's moving up, I see. Both are going to be really good pitchers. I agree with the under here, as Mr. Bag of Diamonds said. I think this is going to be a good low-scoring game. I think the bullpen is going to be something that might be giving this one away, and I'm leaning towards the Indians here. I like the Indians at minus 115.
Thank you, Dell. We'll move to game number 3. Milwaukee at Cincinnati. This opened up Cincinnati minus 130. Now it's minus 125. Over under opened up at 8. Now 7.5. We're going to go back to the bag of diamonds. Anything for this? Any jewelry?
Well, there might be a little bit of undering here. You have Woodruff is 1-9 to the under this season. There's certain pitchers that are just going to get into under events. I remember chasing Brad Radke for quite a few years, 2-25 to the under one year, just cashing tickets left and right. So you're going to want to keep an eye on Woodruff right now. He's 1-9 to the under. Could be a spot here to start jumping the under. Milwaukee is a little bit to the under as a road underdog, 3-0-1 to the under. Cincinnati, 5 straight unders in the first game of the series. 6 straight unders when the pitcher, or 6-1, 6-0-1 when the starting pitcher has a whip less than 1.15. So I think there might be a little edge on the under here tonight. 8-2-1 the under. 8-2-1 to the under in Cincinnati. So some undering again.
Some undering. What about you, Gulledge?
Yes.
What are your thoughts? Undering or overing?
I don't do totals, so I mean, really in any sport, I don't do the totals. I pick sides. I try to pick the winners. This is what I call a mid-season peak performance type expectation for Castillo. What's funny is these guys are just starting to hit their best pitching form, and the season's going to be over in a week. It's kind of so you're probably going to expect some damn good pitching in the playoffs if you're thinking about unders then. Because pretty much all the good pitchers in my charts are starting to line up with excellent performances. I'm expecting good starts. And Castillo, last time he started, it was a 1-0 win. I got burned on the run line. They only scored 1 run, but Castillo literally was shutting him down. He looks great. I'm going to back that at $1.25. Woodruff's been a little more sketchy. Lou noted a lot of those games are low scoring. And I also have that on here that there's not a lot of runs getting put up. So possibly the under looks good, but I'm going to back the pitching of Castillo at $1.25 tonight.
That's 2 up, 2 down here in the first inning. That means we go to Dell. You're in the cleanup spot right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Tony here. I love the Reds here today too. Just as he said, Castillo is definitely coming into his form. Finally, both these teams are, playing for a playoff spot now. With the, shortened season, we only got about a week more of baseball to go. So, I mean, they're both fighting for a playoff spot. I love Castillo here. Minus 130. The price is a little bit high, but I think it's definitely worth the risk. I'm backing Tony here. I like the Reds.
Wait a minute. What's that? Tony CUSUMANO screaming down the road. He must be over there at the new Raiders Stadium. Tony CUSUMANO.
Tony.
Thanks, Brad. Tony C here, your man on the street. NFL Week 2. This is a big one here. First home game ever for the Las Vegas Raiders. And this is a very big game, very big opponent in the New Orleans Saints. As everyone else knows, Super Bowl contenders. The sports books are going crazy here with this game. Tell us what you think, Brad. Raiders at home versus the Saints.
Brad Stein here, live from Las Vegas. Join us daily for Bettor Center Live with our professional handicappers, where you get sports information you can bet on. Stop gambling, start winning. Bettor Center Live.
Well, I would love to say that the Raiders are going to win this game, but the Saints, they're one of the most powerful NFC teams right now. So I would probably lean towards the Saints, but I won't be surprised if the Raiders win. But anyways, welcome back to Bettor Center Live on LouisDiamond.com. Also, check out YouTube at Louis Diamond. We're going to go back to the man on the street for segment number 2. He's over there at Allegiant Stadium. Give us some more information, Tony C.
Thanks, Brad. Tony C here, your man on the street. I'm going to throw it back to you. This is a big, big game. Raiders Saints.
Oh, you're throwing it back to me. Okay, guys. All right. That was a lot. Thanks for the great information. We're going to go now. We have 2 new handicappers joining us here on Bettor Center Live. You know one of them. His name is Ross Benjamin. The other one they call the eye candy of this show, and you can see him right now, Mr. Chip Chirimbes. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
More like ear candy.
Eye candy.
I knew I should have entered that Mr. America contest.
I'm sure you did.
You know what? He's got turquoise on today, and turquoise is the color of money, guys. I know people don't realize it, but if you follow David Icke, the guy that brings all the reptilians around, turquoise is the color of money. So it's a color of bringing positive things into your life. So just thought I'd throw that in there. So there you go.
Valuable insight from Loule Diamond. I don't know how I got by in life until I started doing the show, because Louis, your insights have made my life and the quality of life better every day.
You notice how both of you do you notice how both of you are wearing pretty much the turquoise?
Yeah, we didn't even call each other
that information. The energy that I espouse, tremendous. Whoa!
Turquoise is the color of champions, unless the Miami Dolphins wear them. Chip, what did you learn this week?
Let me add something here. Based on me and Chipper's performance this past weekend with our paid selections, I think everybody should wear turquoise, because their bankroll would be a hell of a lot bigger than it was on Friday.
What a big weekend. What a big weekend. I mean, we crushed it here on the show. You guys crushed it over there on your sites. It was a big weekend. We made a lot of people a lot of money. And you know what's amazing? You sit down and think that, guys that sell picks, they're all assholes. How about the assholes that call me to complain about fucking winning?
Hey, you know what I say about that, Louis? I'm glad you brought that up, because I heard you earlier in the show. Here's what I tell people. You make a pick and it barely covers. You backdoor the pick. I said, when was the last time you won a game luckily, or got a break to win the game, or won on a backdoor cover? And you went up to the ticket window and said, Here's my ticket for $300. You know what, Ross? You are extremely lucky. We're only paying you $150. No, that doesn't happen. You know, a win is a win is a win. The same thing is if you lose by 40 points, okay? Somebody doesn't track you down and say, hey, Ross, that was a horrible pick. You know, we have you on camera here. You made a $300 pick. You're going to have to give us another $300 because it was so lousy. So my point is, Louis, screw him.
Wait, you want to know my point, Ross? Guys who complain, and women also, they probably complain too, who complain about picks, they probably don't wear turquoise, do they?
Hey, you got it.
Right?
Very insightful, Brad. That's, you know, between you and Louis now, the world is taking on a whole new meaning for me.
Whole new meaning.
Oh, I'll rip them filters right out of your fucking eyes. I will.
Ross, what else did you learn this weekend? There are some great games, some buzzer beaters.
Yeah, you know, Brad, in all seriousness, I learned a lot. You know, first of all, back in the old days, if you threw 90 in baseball, that was considered a really good fastball. I was talking to Louie and Chip about this off air. Now everybody throws 90. You know what I mean? And you look at the NFL right now, a 300-yard passing day used to be pretty unique at one time. Not no more. It's got to be a 300-yard passing day is like throwing 90 back in the old days, and a 400-yard passing day is like throwing 100 now. We had 9 passing
quarterbacks.
Yeah, well, yeah, 9 passing, a little bit of change of philosophy on offense too. Yesterday, 9 quarterbacks threw for 300 yards plus. Those 9 quarterbacks went 3 and 6. So here's what else I learned. I've mentioned this on this show. I've mentioned it on my own podcast. I mentioned it on my own videos, and I'll say it again. Whenever you catch the Seattle Seahawks with a total of 49.5 or less this year, you got to look to play the over, guys. You got to. I mean, Seattle last year was 27th in pass defense, in spite of making the playoffs and actually getting into the divisional round. This year, 2 games, right? Matt Ryan throws for 450 against them, and last night Cam Newton throws for 397 against them. They've been able to get away with that because Russell Wilson is just playing off the charts good. The guy is not – look, he may be the MVP at the year's end, but let's be real. He's not going to complete 82% of his passes like he has the first 2 games. Somewhere along the line, the Seahawks are going to have to be able to cover the pass, or it's going to eventually bite them in the behind, especially at playoff time if they get there. So that's my 2 takes. And, you know, I hear everybody talking about these good young quarterbacks, you know. Not one person has ever said, and I know I'm a Bills fan, but let's be objective here. Josh Allen has caught a lot of damn heat, right? Oh, he's overrated. Why did they draft him number 7 overall? Chipper, you said Buffalo's an overrated team. They very well may be. But you know what? This kid in the first 2 games, all he's done is thrown for 729 yards, 6 touchdowns against no interceptions, 75 yards rushing, and 1 touchdown on the ground. Hello? He's only in his 3rd year. Okay? So wake up and smell the coffee, people. Now he's got some weapons around him. Stephon Diggs for a number 1 choice. Thank you, Minnesota. Because right now, Diggs 16 catches, over 230 yards, and a touchdown. That's my rant for today, Brad. I'm done ranting.
I love your rant. It's only 2 games in the season, but you made some outstanding points. We're going to go to the eye candy of the show. Chip Chirimbes, how much can you add to what your friend Ross Benjamin just said?
Absolutely nothing. No, but the only thing I possibly came away with this weekend is that you don't ever feel confident taking the Atlanta Falcons. That's for sure. And I can't believe Quinn is still there after the way they collapsed in the Super Bowl and the kind of season they had last year. Atlanta comes back. Falcons closed the season strong last year, winning a number of games, and that sealed their fate for their future because they kept Quinn around. And there's no reason for them to blow that game yesterday, and that's poor coaching. If you don't know that fall on that ball, you're not playing to win the game. You got to be aggressive. You got to go get that ball. I don't care if it's a yard short or 2 yards short, because when it was 10 yards past the line, the Dallas Cowboys recovered it. Their special teams coach, they have to be better prepared than that. They really do. And that's what I learned, is that don't count your money if you're going to be betting the Falcons. And of course, this weekend they'll probably win outright.
All right, guys, we move to Monday Night Football. Let's see what you guys learned or are going to learn after this one. The Saints at the Raiders, the first home game here in Las Vegas, opened up at -4, now -5.5, opened over under at 50.5, and now it's 48.5. We'll stay right there with you, Chip. Who do you have?
I think you're going to learn a lot about the Las Vegas Raiders after this contest. I mean, you got a strong NFC team coming here, and New Orleans put one away last week, and they're used to playing indoors, and they're used to playing now. They've had one under their belt without anybody in attendance. I'm really wondering if you guys think that the visiting team now has a better chance to win the game without a home crowd there, and if the line has really, how much do you think it's really affected the line? Because I'm trying to weigh it. I'm not quite sure, but I think the Raiders have a chance. I mean, look. I understand that the cardboard cutouts in Las Vegas has the star-studded. So they don't want to let these people down. I'm gonna take the Raiders.
One of those cardboards is you, I believe. Chip is a
No, I don't think so. Maybe they got the back.
They got
That's what I thought I read.
They want a good-looking crowd.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, Ross, we already know you've already learned everything. What are we going to learn from this Monday Night Football game?
I have not learned everything. Yeah, I learn something new every day, guys. Look, I work with Louie and Chip. How could I possibly stop learning? And I mean that in all sincerity when it comes to football. Now, having said that, tonight's game. Yeah, Chip, to answer your question, I think when you have no fans in attendance, which there will be no fans this evening, that instead of giving a 3-point edge to the home team in terms of how the odds makers make the line, I think it's more like 1.5 now. I think as far as home field advantage goes with no fans, I think the only time that really comes into play in my mind, and again, it's still early, guys, is if you have to travel. If a road team is coming off a road game and has to go on the road again the following Thursday and play on short rest, I think that should take it into account. So that's just my take. And again, we're working with a small sample size right now. As far as tonight's game, you look at this total, and my buddy Chipper brought to my attention when I brought up totals. He doesn't play them, and all due respect, I do. And his record speaks for himself. So you can't criticize a guy who doesn't play totals, so wins on a consistent basis the way he's done the last 3 decades. But I look at totals, Brad, as if there's 16 games in the NFL that week, if I eliminate totals, I'm eliminating 16 possible winners on the board. So anytime you give me a bigger board and more choices, I like my chances and my probability of coming up on the winning side more than I don't. Now, that doesn't guarantee anything. It's just the law of probability of me when it comes to sports betting. So this total opened up at 51 tonight. This is going to be my most interesting play of the day, is going to be on the total tonight. I could tell you this, folks. If you've been to my website, rbwins.com, since last Monday night, I'm 6-2 in the NFL. I had off a 3-0 weekend in college football, and including my most interesting play of the day on Saturday, which I had UL Lafayette plus 17. They lose by 3 in overtime. Doesn't get any easier than that. My point being, I'm on a nice streak right now. Might be a good time to follow me. So my website's rbwins.com.
Lou, do you have any diamonds to add to Monday Night Football?
The Diamonds have to come via calling 877. What the hell's my number? 711 wins 711-9467. If you call me or if you text free winner to 90210. Like I said, I'm reserving tonight's football game. I'm locked in. I know I got the side. I know I got the total. I know I got the teaser. I know I got the parlay. I got it all for you. $99 will get you a week of everything, so you can really see what I can do for you behind the curtain. So give me a call. Thanks.
No, thank you. We move to game number 4. That's Major League Baseball. Boys, the Yankees at the Blue Jays. I have no numbers, but we're going to start right with you, Ross.
Yeah, this is going to be. I don't know who the starting pitcher is for the Yankees right now. It was listed
I
as
thought we get the information
undecided
beforehand.
Yeah, it was undecided. I think Louis. Before I came on the air.
I like him. I like that guy.
Undecided.
Is he a lefty?
Listen, I've lived by that that theory all my
That guy's
life.
unbeaten. Never lost a game in his
a lot
life.
of good. I don't like making this.
Undefeated.
Anyway, having said that,
Yeah,
I really don't. It's hard to give an opinion out here intelligently right now because it depends on who the Yankees starting pitcher is. And
maybe Montgomery. I was expecting Montgomery, but so we don't have an answer. So let's just move on to the next game.
Yeah, and if Chipper was starting for the Yankees tonight, I think I would like him because, obviously you look at how these two teams have done over the last week and a half. No disrespect, Chipper.
No, I understand, but there's only one side. One team's starting to pick up the momentum and playing their best baseball in the last 2 weeks under pressure. They're returning people. I don't lay these type of numbers. We talked about this before, but that's just an opinion.
Okie doke.
That's right. Just an opinion. All right, guys, we'll move to game number 5, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays at Chip, your former team, the real New York team, the New York Metropolitans, minus 230, over under 7.
I was a Met fan.
Wow.
I was always a Met fan. I suffered through 40 wins in 160 games in 1962. That was brutal. But, the Mets just let me down every time I'm around them. It just doesn't matter. And I don't want any part of them. The Rays are the best team in the American League. Well, them and Oakland have been this season. I couldn't take the Mets. I couldn't possibly take the Mets. And here you go. You want me to tease this? What do I do with this 230 favorite? Lay the runs or pass the game? That's what I'm doing. I'm passing.
Okay. You know what that means, Ross? Jacob deGrom is on the mound for the New York Mets. What can you add to this?
Yeah, and the guy from Tampa Bay is from Alaska, I think. Is that right?
I think so.
The last thing,
Careful, we got
I'm
a
sorry.
lot of millennials out there.
Okay, I stand
fisherman?
corrected. Fairbanks.
Fairbanks, yeah.
Oh,
Fairbanks,
my
that's right.
goodness. Oh,
Anyway, all kidding aside.
that was so beneath us.
Yeah, I'm bored. I've been locked in the house all weekend long. I haven't talked to anybody. Anyway, guys, it's again. I agree with Chipper. I mean, I don't care who's on the mound. DeGrom. The bottom line is he's not got a lot of run support this year either, and I don't trust the Mets even to take him on a run line. Which would be the only logical play. I'm not willing to bet against them, and I'm going to pass on it. There's a heck of a lot more value on the board, guys, than this game today.
Loule Diamond.
I think there's a little value in the dog today. I mean, you got a decent team with Tampa Bay, who actually does a pretty good job of winning on the road, and there might be some value in the dog. DeGrom, gets into high-scoring games now. He was the dead under pitcher. Now he's a dead over pitcher, 8-2 to the over this year. So probably in somewhat of a high-scoring game, but I'm going to say there's a little shot here with the underdog and with Tampa Bay, and find a way to make a little dog bark tonight.
All right, well, let's make a big dog bark because we're going to bring back Tony, who always has something to say because we are on our most interesting play of the day. All of the handicappers are back with us. We'll start with you, Tony. Look at him waiting patiently. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's go to the NHL. We haven't talked about it much. I just wanted to note my service continues to burn up the NHL, melting the ice with winners. Had Dallas in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. For the most interesting play, we're going to take Tampa Bay to even the series up tonight. It's a bit chalky at minus 150, so I kind of lower my bets to make the risk even out for these kind of wagers. But I've been killing the NHL, continue to be ranked number 1 at the Monitor. Go check out my service package at thegreatwhitecapper.com, and let's cash another winner tonight. Let's see what these other guys give. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of winning information from our prestigious panel of knowledgeable handicappers. Thanks, Brad.
You're welcome, Tony. Thank you. Louis Diamond, most interesting play of the day is who?
My most interesting play has to be Cleveland again under. So I'm just going to roll that train for you. You've been making money with it. I know it, last couple of days. I think both have gone over, but I think it stays on the under train here today. So Cleveland under one more time.
Ross Benjamin, you heard the first two. What about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the total in tonight's game in the Monday night game between the Raiders and the Saints, and it opened at 51. It's down to 48.5 right now, and for good reason. I mean, Michael Thomas is not going to play tonight for the New Orleans Saints, and that's certainly you can't avoid looking at that and saying it's not going to hurt their passing game, because it is. Because if you look beyond Michael Thomas, the rest of the wide receiver depth is very marginal success in the NFL. Again, Drew Brees makes a lot of wide receivers look good, but it also helps when you got a guy like Michael Thomas that has a lot of attention on him. It opens it up for everybody else, and they're not going to have that luxury tonight. Both teams went over the total last week, so I'm sure the public is going to bang this over. I also look at the fact that I'd be shocked, absolutely shocked, if we don't see a heavy dose of Josh Jacobs tonight, because I know the Raiders gave up a lot of yards to a Carolina team last week, and it doesn't take a brain surgeon to know that Carolina's offense doesn't compare to New Orleans. But by the same token, a good running game sometime is your best defense and keeping a good offense off the field. So I'm going to lean here toward going under the total. Well, I'm not lean. I'm going to take the under the total here. 48.5. It's a key number when it comes to totals, guys. So I would buy that up to 49 and go with the Raiders and Saints game to go under 49 is my most interesting play today. In addition to, I have the winning side tonight, and as I alluded to before, you can get that at my website right now, rbwins.com. Again, 6-2 in the NFL since last Monday, and 9-2 with my football picks since last Monday overall. So that's rbwins.com.
Wait a minute. Is it RossBenjaminSports.com or RossBenjaminTurquoise.com?
Oh, yeah. Well, it is RossBenjaminSports.com. Either URL, but RB Wins is, it's simpler, isn't it, Chip? Than RossBenjaminSports.com.
I'm much better off with
Chip agrees with me, I always feel better. What do you think, Chip?
I think keep it simple, stupid. You know what I'm saying? Just the easier, the better. The less problems, things you have to think about.
So who's your most interesting play of the day, Chip?
All right. By the way, I think I note that coming off a 4-0 college football Saturday, 52-0 Notre Dame win, Central Florida 48-21, and closed it out with Miami over Louisville. So I was really happy with that best bet winner. 2-1 in the NFL with my best bets yesterday, and I have a baseball game for you today, and I think people are not going to be happy when I give it to them. I'm going to go back to Cleveland, where the Indians need 2 wins to qualify for the playoffs. The Chicago White Sox have the best record in the American League and are already there. Cleveland's a favorite here, and I understand Dunning is 2-0 with the White Sox. The White Sox are 5-0 in his starts as a team. But this team has already clinched it right now. Cleveland needs it. And by the way, the White Sox are 1-5 as road underdogs in the last 6 times out, and they are only 7-16 against the Cleveland Indians. I'm going to take Cleveland here. That's my most interesting play in that way. And if you're looking for the winner in the NFL game tonight, coming off a 3-2 best bet Sunday, log on to chipwins.com and get it all. The baseball's up as well. I have 3 premier plays. Make yourself a winner. Log on and follow the buy links.
All right, guys, thank you. We're out of time. We'll see you next time at Bettor Center Live for more up-to-date picks and great sports information. We want to thank one of our YouTube fans, Ramon Scott, for his comment. Thank you very much. Thank you to our fantastic team from Louis D to Chip to Dell to Ross and Tony Gulledge. Special thanks to Eugene and Spotlight Film Productions. If you don't win, obviously you're not playing. So if you don't play, you won't win. Bettor Center Live, Bettor Center, of course, at LouisDiamond.com and on YouTube at Louis Diamond. I'm Brad. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Same time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.